What's good, guys? So metaverse coins have seen some huge gains since the Facebook announcement, but after a huge pump, the big boys like Decentraland are slowing down. We already covered Decentraland in my previous video, so in this video, let's look at Sandbox for my short-term, medium-term, and end of bull run price targets for Sandbox. A quick look at the fear and greed index for the general market sentiment, and at the moment we are sitting at 39 on the index scale. So this shows there's still some fear in the market, but in my previous video, we were sitting at 35 on the index scale, right? But at the moment we are 39. So this shows that we are probably starting a reversal. We are just following the usual pattern of going from fear to greed, fear to greed, fear to greed. We are in fear state at the moment, so I expect to see more greed in the market very soon, right? We usually switch from fear to greed within the 30-day period. That is in the bull market. In the bull market, we switch from fear to greed within the 30-day period. So I expect to see more greed in the market as we get closer to the end of the month, right? But keep this in mind. Anything could happen. Bitcoin could dump. And if Bitcoin dumps, then we should definitely see Sandbox also dump as well. Now let's look at Sandbox from a lower time frame to a higher time frame. We are currently in the 4-hour time frame or in the 4-hour chart. And then from the chart, we see that Sandbox has managed to break out of the descending channel pattern. So this descending channel pattern is usually a bullish indicator, right? And then just as expected, the price broke out of the pattern and it pushed higher, right? But with low volume, right, we see the Sandbox is currently trading sideways, right? So if we do not get enough buy volume or enough people do not buy Sandbox, then I definitely see Sandbox getting pulled lower to the 1.618 on the Fibonacci extension, or to about $2.30, right? So that will be my bearish price target in the short term. But if Sandbox gets enough buy volume and the price gets pushed higher and it breaks above the 2.70 resistance line, then I expect to see Sandbox to go touch my short-term price target at about $2.90, and that is where we'll get the second resistance level to break, right? But now let me bring up some indicators. Let me bring up the RSI. So on the RSI, we see the Sandbox is losing in strength, right? It is losing strength, but it seems to be forming a double bottom pattern, right? So if Sandbox gains enough strength from here, then we should see a reversal for Sandbox, right? But then let's look at the MACD. The MACD shows that the MACD line is currently below the signal line, right? So it is possible we could get more downturn, right? We could the Sandbox could drop in price a little bit more, but I'm leaning more towards the positive side. I mean, you got to be positive, right? So I'm leaning more towards the positive side, and I expect to see Sandbox to push above the signal line, right? And then that's when I think we'll have the reversal for Sandbox, and Sandbox will push higher, right? Let's look at the squeeze momentum. The squeeze momentum shows that we are possibly getting closer to the end of the drawdown, right? And then we will probably start a reversal, but we have not yet seen any green bars, right? We got to see some green bars over here, and then that's when I will be able to confirm that we are pushing higher, and then we have the reversal. But now let's go to the daily chart. From the daily chart, we see that Sandbox is at the moment trading in a descending wedge channel, right? And although this is usually a bullish indicator and it shows that price will push out of the pattern and head higher, we just started the pattern, right? So I expect a little bit more downturn for Sandbox, right? I expect Sandbox to go touch $2.30 in the short term, but anything could happen. And in case we do get enough buy volume to push us past $2.70, then Sandbox will probably head to my medium-term price target, sitting about $3.35, or about the all-time highs. Now let's look at the RSI, some indicators. Let's look at the RSI. From the RSI, we see that we are losing strength, right? Sandbox is definitely losing strength. It is forming lower highs and lower lows, right? So this is a little bit concerning. It shows that there's a possible continuation of the reversal, right? From the weekly, we see that just like Mana, Sandbox is currently too high, right? The price was under 10 cents at the beginning of the year, and at the moment we are trading about $2.55. So this is too bullish, and I don't think it can be sustained for a long time, right? Let's look at the RSI. The RSI, we are currently at about 79, right? And then we usually get the big downturns, the big pullbacks. We get those when the RSI gets close to 90, right? Gets to the 90 level. So I would say there's still some room to run, but I would say we have a short time to run for this bull run, right? Before we get the big pullback. And I expect that to happen in the future. Now for my end of bull run price target for Sandbox, being honest with you guys, I will not get in at this moment expecting the 10x. A 2x, that's definitely possible. But my end of bull run price target for Sandbox is currently sitting about $5.47 or $5.50, which is at the 4.618 Fibonacci extension, right? I'm also using the logarithmic regression curve over here to help me arrive at that price target, right? But in case Bitcoin gets an extended bull run, then we could probably see higher prices than $5.50 for Sandbox as well. But we'll have to wait and see for that one. Now make sure to help a brother out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Seth and I make crypto content. So if making more money with cryptos is something that you're interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And also let me know what other coin you would like for me to cover in the comment section.